But yeah, we'll see what happens. He could scale tourism here pretty big. He is going top tree, I believe. Yeah, he's at astronomy there now. Yeah, I mean, it could scale and push that tourism quick, which will mean you know, this road goes all the way through here, so he just jumps in the water, swims, and then slides through here. Go down, please. Oh shoot, that was my bad. Goes the yeah, he'll have environmentalism very quick because of the culture. Yeah. He had Earth Goddess, but I think Earth Goddess is probably all gone by now. Yeah, I mean he's got 41 faith a turn. You know, if he saved up starting now, maybe he could get one rock band, hope for a miracle. But yeah, not having enough faith for, you know, some national parks and rock bands and stuff. It's pretty hard. But we'll see. We'll see. Not a situation you see a lot. Like, I don't, Jack still, if he can ever figure out how to scale, he's got university in 2, university in 5, university in 1, university in 2, university in 4, library, campus. Sprig has stalled out on science, and Jack has passed him. So maybe there's a timing for Jack to push here. But no, the problem is that they're not going to win domination. There's no way you ever kill. There's no way you ever kill this, right? There's no way you ever kill this. So it has to be CV versus Diplo, I guess. It's CV versus Diplo with a military twist, I guess, right? By the way, we missed it, but this got retaken and then raised, and then the push back has occurred, and Lej has had no choice but to retreat. And this is like a preemptive. This is basically a softening up, right? Just get in there, soften them up, maybe take out a couple more units. Even if you lose all of this, who cares? Just soften it up. Get these units injured. Make them fight. Maybe kill 1 or 2, and then tanks. Sprigs and steel in 2. That could put a pretty good halt. Oh boy. Problem is oh, you know what? Kree is normal. Jack is dark. How would he keep these? If he takes the capital, maybe he keeps them? He's actually... It seems like he... I don't know if it's just not reset or what. I don't know how he could be keeping these. Jack got his settler stolen near Yosemite? Wasn't Yosemite in the south? Oh, yeah. Jack was just sailing a Yosemite settler down here. Oh, Victor upgrade? Yeah. Would help this. Yeah. What's the city-state that does that? Oh. Chuck's still holding the bull. I don't. That's a military state that does that anyway. Right? That gives the extra loyalty. My brain's having trouble remembering. Maybe Preslav, yeah. I know it's a military city-state that gives that extra loyalty. So, it's steel next turn. So Jack will have extra work to do. When the steel pops. When the steel pops, he'll have extra work to do. Wow. This push from Chuck's actually doing quite well. The pike, like I said, the pike and shot's going to have to be the answer, but it feels like it's coming through pretty good. 115 science to 71, so he just kind of always, even though he was getting boosted. There's always kind of a close battle on tech. Field cannons and pike and shots will stop it eventually here. But obviously this one's under siege. This city just dies. Actually, this push from the north is becoming successful. Yeah. This could be GG's for Gaul pretty soon. This could be GG's for Gaul pretty soon because Jack could come in here and help as well if he wanted to. He could turn some of this around, come down to help here. I mean, it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. Excuse me. It'll be slow. And then, of course, it's going to have to be rescue time. What's his science at? 346. Generally speaking, yeah. Statues in 15. Oh! Isn't that interesting? This should be fine. The bombard will help. Hemlock, thanks, buddy. Thank you for the 10 months on the tier 3. Yeah, exactly. It helps deny Diplo, which is the problem, but it slows. It's a very good point. Now, it's like it's the two sides of the coin, right? It's like if we kill Gaul, then it slows down our culture victory. But if we don't kill Gaul, they're probably going to win Diplo. So steel slows them down a little bit here. The bombards are giving them a little bit of trouble. If I was Jack, I think I'd move these frigates over here and come help with this. Start tearing this down. And then this is another city they could take away from Gaul. Maybe you just let Gaul sit there, I suppose. Settler, this is going to be like an escape settler here. I guess he could come and hide behind the mountains for the next city and then keep going, I guess. Depending on his timing. I mean, we're all just sitting here waiting with bated breath to see if Gaul ever, or if, sorry, not Gaul. If, Omega, I keep forgetting his name. Omega, Maori, if he comes and does something here. I guess they're trying to take Kabul. Okay, taking Kabul away from Chuck. This city, as we knew, was going to fall because it was under siege and it was basically already giving it up. I'll be honest with you, I would have just raised these cities, I think, at this point. I mean, he's not even getting adjacency on this campus. A pop 4 that isn't growing and a pop 1 and you're also getting minus 15% yields. Like, I would just burn these bad boys to the ground. I don't know. Yeah. Knew that was coming. Is Jack gonna swing around here? A lot of bombards. Gonna make this an interesting takedown. Artillery as well coming. Jack still couldn't get a land push going there. Where's Jack teching, by the way? Siege tactics. So he's way down on the bottom tree now. Heading towards ballistics. Refining. So, refining in 4 on Cree. And even on Russia. So, slowly moving towards... They still need steel. So, there's still ways on tanks. With 101 science and 132 science. It's going to be a while. You know what I'm curious about? Yeah, he's hung on amenities everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Some places are hurting a little bit on amenities, but overall, not bad, honestly. More pre-builds coming. He's got him cored up. I'd like to see some artillery pre-builds. Wife check. Jack got his settler back for real? Oh yeah, he chased it down with Gearsers. Can't believe they didn't delete it. Why? Where did they think he was going? It was Cree that stole it too, right? So it's funny that these guys are fighting here, but somehow that Cree probably came around here, did it? It probably like spent the whole game wandering around here and then just hung out by Yosemite waiting for a settler. He wanted an escape settler. I mean, does he die though? I don't know if Jack can kill him or not. Maybe Jack could kill him. Maybe. I don't know. Jack's science is getting up there. He's, like I said, he got so wide that he was able to start scaling. He's been all those universities. Campuses have gone down. He had plenty of good adjacencies. And so he has passed them quite significantly in science. Still a long ways from tanks, which would be his timing push, but he's going to have to push into steel. He'll need artillery. Still way behind overall. Like, he's already got artillery and steel here. Like, no. Yes, he does. He got another tax. He took the religion away from Sparta. Yeah, you're right. You were 100% right. So he has the extra taxis. Sorry, where am I looking? Where the hell is Greece? There he is. 168. So still not much. Low science means computers is still a ways. Jack's still... I'm surprised Jack's not going up here. Just go up here and poke away at this. Help this go. I don't know if you want to kill Gaul completely, though, or not. I think it's because it's Diplo versus CV, right? Yeah, it's gonna be really bad. Anyway, yes, the dog. My wife got home, so the dog goes crazy when the wife gets home. Obviously, as dogs do. Yeah, Greece culture victories are a little papaga.
Did you guys walk?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have a nap. Do you have a request?
Yikes. You know, I said it a while back, you know, when I was talking to Fish. I think eventually I was like, I think eventually Gaul just dies. because they're just completely surrounded. There was no way that Kree was ever going to be able to help. I was like, eventually they're just going to die. And Chuck's done a really good job of making this push. And then there's always Greece, who's going to have big culture, go fascism, go bang. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Maybe coming in to see if they could be in a position for a liberate. Maybe going for a liberate to help negate Congress, because they're getting whooped on Congress right now. By the way, statue statue in 11. Ooh. Oh, he got Imhotep. Wonder how much that'll take. Imhotep will take off of the Statue of Liberty. If Maya gotten some early settlers, absolutely, Alistair. I didn't really like the 3-city Arel play by Maya. They did enough. They built enough units that they could have had like 3 more settlers super early, and then scaled like crazy quick. They could have had these 7 or 8 cities for free, like really fast. They could have had these 8 cities up while these guys were still sitting on 3 or 4, and then built their districts and went huge science, right? Like they still haven't even built most of the universities. But if they had done it earlier, and then gotten the units up to defend, and then got the universities up, like it could have just. It just could have been such a different game. But that being said, Chuck still pulled it out. He got his cities out. You know, he fought, pushed, defended, fought, got his settlers out, got his cities, built some, you know, decent, if you will. He had a really good setup here for his adjacencies. So he's got like a lot of 4s and 5s. What is this? That's a 4 and then a bunch of 5s. That's a 3. So yeah, and he was able to get his science up and beat him to a nice timing push here, and now he's, you know, Teats did a really good job up to now, but it's inevitable. Yeah, the volcano, and of course Maya builds the farms. Obviously, you want to build a farm here for this, but the housing for Maya that it provides is huge. Because the thing is Maya's difficult on highlands, because where do you put farms when you've got nothing but hills, and then a volcano goes off? Oh, that's where I'll build farms. Oh, this one here, yeah, this one's also pretty good. Yeah, and he's not even buying. Like he could, if they could ever afford it, they could have bought tiles and. Yes, his settler came out last turn. And he's going to make a run for it, just to try and live a little longer, which is, of course, the Diplo. For Diplo, they need it, right? He has to rebuild his diplomatic quarter because it must have been in one of these cities. Yeah, it was right here. You could tell because it's not. It's where a district used to be. So he needs to rebuild diplomatic quarter. What is the points like? Winning... Yeah, they win Congress. Now, Congress will be in like 7 turns. By the way, Imhotep took like 4 turns off of it because it was 11, so it would have 10. So Imhotep took 4 turns off. So it'll finish just before Congress. Assume... Oh, wait. No, it won't. No, it will not. They gave him money. This is going to die, and he can't rebuild. He's going to need more than a bombard here. He sees this though. He sees this and he knows it's coming. Cuz he's got a spy here. So he sees this, and does he throw units in the water, I guess. He's just going to throw these units in the water to sacrifice, maybe. It is a wild game, PB. It is actually a wild game. So Kabul took, or they took Kabul. It wants to flip, which of course it would. I don't know why you keep. I mean, I guess they're never going to get liberated. Maybe it'll flip to Russia anyway, so it'll be fine. But I guess they just kept it because they wanted to upgrade to tanks. By the way, yeah, he's going to finish combustion here, turn into tanks, and roll Lej. Maori did go top tree. They've had huge science. They've had huge science all game. I can't click to see exactly where they've gone because it's too late in the game. But he was at he was almost a flight when last I checked. I can't remember where exactly. Yeah, Disto's still at industrialization. I mean, he hasn't had science all game. He's up to 160 now, so he'll get there. But it's a really Papega timing. Like, it's super late. It's hard to win this late. Yeah, this city wants to flip. It's hard to win. Where's Jack rifling? Kree is on combustion, so he'll have tanks, although he's trying to get military academies up so he can build cores. But he'll have to build core tanks, I guess, if he's going to finish combustion, because he'll have it in 2 turns. Jack will try some sort of a tank push, but it'll be right into tanks. What a game. Yeah, so he's come in here. Got more. He probably bought a Bombard with Faith. He got another Bombard with Faith. And he's going to have to try and just defend this push, which you have to imagine is coming right now. He probably just upgraded them and now it's coming. It's actually armies. There it comes here now. Five turns. The battle for Statue of Liberty. Well, yeah. If he'd have built statue, if he'd have built Coliseum, it would have been very helpful. But he wasn't able to get it done, obviously. Yeah, for a game that was taking place on Highlands, there's been fighting all game. So there's the takedown there, but now they have to take this down. He's getting some adjacency help here. The Bombards. What is she doing? I don't have anything. I don't have any food. You already ate your dinner. Okay, so tank armies. This is where conquistadors begin to lose pretty badly. 102 conquistador, though. Let's go. Doggy's so lucky. How many turns? 4. He's buying more Bombards. He can shoot with this one and then core it up, maybe. Although he probably wants more shots than power shots. Successful rock band. Entertainment complexes. Wow, that's a high roll. Next to your ally, who builds entertainment complexes in every city, as Basil. There she go. And then to get that, oh my god, that's incredible. If he could high roll the crap out of it, this is actually insane game right now. This is almost dead. But the thing is there's enough bombards there. Another caravel coming, but there's enough bombards that he can kill these units off pretty good too. It's going to be down to 3. At 15, they would need to get everything right, which would be really difficult to just guess. Because these guys could just go all in on something completely insanely weird. I'm going to check culture here. So bombards are going to... Oh, Jack had a spy crash. That's happening a lot lately. So it's 188 tourism against 250 culture right now. So it's really slow on a base level. So he'll really need that rock band to just absolutely light it up. Because he's 16 out of 107 right now. So he's got a long ways to go. Like, even if it takes 2 congresses, I don't think he wins. Unless this rock band just absolutely lights it up. I don't think that they win culture victory in the next 24 turns. Honestly. Especially if they kill... Although looks like they're going to stay alive here. Faith per turn? Yeah, we can see it actually, yeah. 61. They have Earth Goddess. So he's probably working all these faith tiles up here on purpose in order to buy more. He's getting, of course, a lot of culture off of these Moais. Jack is back. Yeah, if he can get to flight, that'll make a big difference with these here. Once he gets to flight, this'll be good. I don't know if that'll scale him enough to win super fast or not. We'll have to see. Can you see their heart rates per turn as well? Yeah, I don't know how many musicians he's gotten, honestly. I can't click on previously recruited. But it's been... Right now, it's 20 to 12 musician points per turn for Russia. So he won't have been doing that well. They're getting killed... Oh no, 46. So he's winning on artists slightly. So he's doing well on artists, but yeah. Musicians are the biggies. And that's with Bologna, yeah. Yeah, his low science is really slowing this down. His low science has really just been So it'd be interesting to see how long it takes him to kill these caravels off. Tank armies go. Brr. Ooh, capital. Yeah. This guy kind of needs to be careful. He maybe diverts. Okay, he can go that way. He needs to get to here. This city will be kind of difficult to take for a while because he's getting a little help, I guess. It's hard to say. I think the biggest thing on Greece to go is you have to be getting some wonders, right? Like wonders are a big part of the tourism in addition to the great people. And then you need faith to get rock bands and or national parks and stuff. So he didn't get a promotion here, but he was successful. On this one here, we'll see if he gets a promotion or not. Like a new promotion or not. So that'll tell us if he's, yeah. Like, I don't really think it's about industrial setup. I think the biggest thing is, it's just about building some early wonders and stuff, right? And then scaling the tourism early versus just great people. Yeah, this is Rapa Nui. Where is Rapa Nui? Rapa Nui's right here. By the way, Rapa Nui. Look at how free he's getting it for practically free. Still getting Rapa Nui and Antananarivo for practically free. Oh, Ziffy, they actually took Bologna off of him, though. They actually took Bologna off of him. Oh, he was able to push. He was able to kill a unit and get a Cossack back on there. So he should be able to shave another turn off. We'll see what happens here. Kasheka. No, I was showing that earlier. They don't have they never built a harbor, so they have no chance at Statue of Liberty. Kilwa, they still. I talked about Kilwa so many times. Please build Kilwa. Please build Kilwa, and they never built Kilwa. They never built it. So culture CV here. Kilwa could have been huge. His culture could have been that much bigger, right? But never built. He just didn't focus wonders, which he should have been doing because it helps with tourism. It's still a long ways from tourism victory. He is still, well, he's still in industrialization. He went bottom tree to make the push, and now he still isn't at flight. He's not even close to flight still. What? I don't like that. I don't know why he did that. Like, there was no need for this. It was straight up top tree greed to go to flight. He was at industrialization like 5-6 turns ago, we saw, and then he flipped off of it to go bottom. As far as you know what oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking of something I forgot to check. But as far as overall, his tourism per turn is 198 tourism per turn. Wish I didn't have to blink like that. 198 tourism per turn, and the defense is 267. So it's still extremely slow, passively speaking. I'm really surprised Jack hasn't brought these frigates up here to help take these walls down a little bit, just to make this happen quicker. Yeah, flight and then computers, exactly, Alistair. Flight and then into computers, which would have been another boost. Like it really, I don't like the play at all. Okay, so flight's still 5 away with his pretty minimal science at this point in the game. I wanted to check, is Jack preparing a push down here? He is... Oh, Lej is pausing for something. Please tell me it's another crash. Oh, team... Oh, okay. What's going on? Oh, I don't know what happened there. He's on flight now. I don't want to check his actual tech tree because I've already gotten a crash. Turn 95, I just don't want to chance it, Corny. I just don't want to chance it. But to going in. But he's on flight there now. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe he came off industrialization to get the rest of the bottom to go to flight. But why wouldn't you finish industrialization and then do the rest? Yeah, I don't understand why he was like could have swore it was 5 or 6 turns ago that he was 1 turn industrialization. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. Artillery are finally going to come along here, as well as an engineer. I don't like the way that he got his timing. There's the balloon as well. I don't like the timing that he got. And again, this is like I said, yeah, these tiles are beautiful, but when you go top tree and you never get any sort of acceleration by chopping down all these trees and then mining it all back up, then the timing is just not as strong. You never get that acceleration. And then so like he's just like, this is all fine, but it's like, let's go, turn 95, pretty Pepega tank push. He's holding this off 2 turns. So he'll have this before Congress. If by chance he can get some sort of a miracle. We have to keep an eye. Did the Rock Band get a promotion? The Rock Band did get a promotion that time. He's going to have to go find another entertainment complex. Jack, I'm got to assume that you built hippodromes in every city. Or, well, I guess most of them anyway. Sorry, I just want to keep an eye. Sorry, not on this. On this. 18 out of 108 after that last. So we went from 16 to 18 after a second successful Rock Band. And just to keep everybody abreast of the situation. That's right, I said abreast. These 4 points. I still don't see Potato Palace built by anybody. I think, oh wait, did they not? I think that Jack said that, Jack the narrator said that you can now search as a spectator. Is that actually the truth? 1 result. 15 turns to be denied. You can actually search now. Beautiful. Nicely done, Jack the narrator. So that's actually a mistake for them not to be building it. Because that's one more point. Because if they... Oh, there you go. And there you go. Finally. An 11. So there's the race. So what happens here now, for those of you wondering, these 4 points right here, which is next turn, and he's definitely going to get it, will get them to 15. If they can get the bottom, the Diplo points, so that's +2 plus winning it is 3. If they can get the bottom one plus any one of the other 2, that's 4 points. That would get them to 19. If they got all 3, obviously it'd be 20, but that's a little bit unrealistic. They'd have to get incredibly lucky at some point. But if they can get to 19 and win the race to Potato Palace, why this hasn't been getting built ages ago? Like, this could have easily been denied at this point. Could have easily been denied by Ulysse, which, if this is the deciding factor in the game, could you imagine telling them at the end of the game, by the way, if you guys had just built Potato Palace, you would have won the game. Like, we could literally see Potato Palace, and he actually has some chops in here. If he gets a builder down here, he actually has some chops. He could actually we could literally see the game won on chopping out Potato Palace. Could you imagine how epic that would be? With Culture Victory breathing down their neck, to chop out Potato Palace and win a Diplo victory would be actually insane. Would be actually insane. Wow. Favor? Yeah, Favor is heavily in favor over on this side. Heavily in favor on this side. So they'll be able to win the bottom for sure. They'll calculate exactly how many points they need on the bottom one and go one higher. And then they'll take the rest of their points, as much as they can get, and try to guess on one of the other 2 and hope that they can do it. The thing is that what you could do as Ulysse is divide your points in 2 and put them like equal distance on the top 2 and try to win both of them. And if that happens, if they do that and Barking Gang does indeed go all in to make sure they win the bottom, which when they probably kind of have to do, if they do that, then, unless they like try to reverse psychology double play it or something, then there's a very good chance that Ulysse could win the top 2. So there's going to be a lot of mind games in this Congress. And right now, I don't know if this is on purpose or not, if Jack the narrator or somebody's out there listening who might have the answer to this. It used to be that there was no time on Diplo screen on voting. And then they put it in so there was like a 4-minute timer, I believe it was. Which felt pretty good, right? Because it felt stupid that it was forever. 4 minutes, you have time to make your decisions, have a conversation, calculate, but not all day. But since like the last patch, like the last couple weeks or something like that, it's now like a minute and a half. And there looks like a relobby after the rollover. Potentially, yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see the discussions and the strategy. But with a minute and a half, you don't have a lot of time. You kind of got to jump in there. You almost have to be talking about it now. Like, okay, do we half and half on the top 2? If you were like, what you could do is think to yourself, maybe that's what Ulysse will do. Barking Gang could be like, let's go less than all in on the bottom and save enough. Maybe we go all in on one of the top 2 and then predict that they're going to give us the bottom one for kind of free, if that makes sense. So we'll have to see. There's a lot of psychology. I've seen some really crazy Diplo plays. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be really good. Running some projects to try and deny some Theater Square stuff. The Builder. Okay, here we go. I called it. Builder by Chop Chop. Builder. Another Builder. Oh, it's going to be a chop fest. The game is rolling again. So if they could manage to get 4 points in Congress at the end of this turn, if they can, then it will literally be a chop battle for Potato Palace. And right now, there's an edge here, but a potential 2-builder chopperoonie. Oh, by the way, Lej has an escape settler going up here because he knows he's going to die. He's just trying to stay alive. Yeah, and that's the thing. If he has Magnus, that's the thing. He has Magnus, and if he puts the card in, these 3 chops will be worth a lot more than 1 chop at a time with Pingala. So it's very good chance that it'll be very close chop battle. Norm's desyncing in his head. No, there's no Magnus here, no. Why would they be worth more? They would have 3 if they came out here as well. They have potentially 3 chops. They'd actually take off less turns because there's more production, right? So there's less chance of taking off as many turns because each turn's is getting more production. They both just started it this turn. Oh, I thought, okay, you could be right. I thought that chop value was based on just progression of turns through the game. But yeah, he should get another builder here. If they buy him another builder just to speed up the chops, it could be the difference maker. And you know, I can't look because it's too late in the game. I'd be curious to see if they've seen this. I'd be curious to see if they've seen this land and have looked around and see it happening. Because if they can see that this is getting built, then they'd be like, shit, let's get another builder. Let's get this chopping. Okay, maybe you're right then. You could be right, Asdeath. I just thought that it was just progression through time. But I guess it would make sense that it scales with text a lot like the cost of districts and stuff does scale, yeah. I do remember one time, I think it was me and Hendu, were trying to figure out, we were going through, and every time I chopped, I made note of the turn and how much the chop was worth. And I was trying to find, I had like a big list of paper, and I was trying to find like if there was like and there was no common theme by how much it went up by turn and stuff. So it was kind of like, so maybe it was tech or something. If they had, they might have gotten gossip. PB, yeah, maybe. The game is waiting for me. What the hell's going on? Oh, shit. Yeah, I won't say that. Oh, wait, yes, it will. UA Maybe recon, maybe, yeah. Thank God. I was nervous there. Oof. Okay. A recon, A him. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, A recon, A Melm. I just don't want to screw this up. Recon, Melm, and Melm. I'm all A. Next, submit. It's just a weird sequence of events there. It's either attacks or civics. High culture choppers get more than the science choppers. So you think it's based off culture chops, like culture tech? Tonight in one phrase. So here we're gonna find out here. I'm thinking. I don't see a timer. This things are really weird right now. I'm wondering if there's no actual timer happening right now. Because of the way it went. So I'm wondering if they have forever. Whatever you have more of, that would make sense, right? Because that's how they base off your cost of districts, right? Is whichever you have the most districts of, that's what was used in the formula. So if you have more science techs than culture civics, then however many culture techs or science techs you have, words, is what's used in the formula to determine how much your districts cost. So that would make sense if it scales the same way. Jeopardy theme would be good, yeah. Big moment of truth. Literally, the game could end right here, folks. The game could literally end right here. It's kind of a little weird because there's no timer, so they're literally taking as much time as they want. They're literally taking as much time as they want to make decisions. Which I guess is kind of weird. Like it shouldn't be like this, but at the same time, it's so crucial that I'm like, eh. Play both and see which is better. Yeah. What was the other selection? Nor breaks the vote and BG wins because of it. This is where Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question song should be played. Yeah, Jeopardy would be good.
This is the checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond.
Of course, it gives me a freaking ad. This is 10 hours. 10 hours on repeat, by the way. This is a 10 hours. Any lifeliners? This is totally Pog. It's still not long enough. This is literally 10 hours on repeat. Look at this. Look at this. 10 million views, by the way. 10 million views, and it's 10 hours long. You can't see it because it's behind my head, but trust me, it's 10 hours long. There you go. Look at that. 10 hours long. Oh, I should put Cat Jam. I need to put Cat Jam on my emotes. Or my, what do you call it? What's it called? Oh, wait. It's over. It's a BBG. I don't have it added to my BBG list, so it's not. Yeah. Long load time for victory skiing. All in on ranged for both sides. Ziffy did get 2. They went all in there. Wait a minute. Are they on 19? They're on 19, ladies and gentlemen. They're on 19. It's a chop off. Are we good? Whoa, what's this? What's this great engineer do? Filippo. Oh my god! Are you kidding me, Filippo? Jeez. He must have bought it with faith. Oh my god, jeez. Are you kidding me? This is about to happen. Filippo is Wonder Construction. Oh, Zoc gameplay coming in hot. You just got 10 seconds, okay. Oh my god. They must be beside. How anticlimactic. We waited an hour on those re-lobbies and disconnects. And then we come back in, do Congress. So they were able. They went ranged and they just guessed right. They literally just guessed right on ranged. And they don't have the vision? F word bad. I know. How many is it going to take? To chop in both charges, maybe? Oh my god, it's close. They got 1 vote extra in addition to the bottom one. They got ranged. Magnus chop go burr. So, because this is going to pop, but he's not going to chop this till the turn after, unless he has logistics. If either one of them have logistics in, then they'd be able to move and chop. 3 turns. So he does. He had logistics in and was able to move and chop. Oh my god. Dude. This finishes at next turn. Oh no, they had logistics as well. Both chops took it to 4. It's over. I wasn't sure how much these 2 chops would do, but it's over. I was like, if it's down to a chop off, could you imagine if it was down to who? If it was chop versus engineer charge fastest? Could you imagine? Oh, wait a minute. There's another chop here. Oh my god, there's another chop. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another chop. And there's... Oh no, this is out of range. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, he won't be able to though. He won't be able to chop next turn. It doesn't matter. Forget it. It's because it's a hill. It's a hill. Don't worry about it. I got excited there for a second. It's perfectly fine. Game's still over. I wasn't accounting for the fact it was a hill. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna chop next turn. Oh my god, that would have been the greatest ending to a Civilization game in history, right there. It wouldn't even be close. The most amazing game in the history if they like out chopped the engineer charge or something. Yeah, the engineer active. Well, it depends. Maybe they'd be lazy about the engineer charge, thinking it was over. I don't know. It is. That's a really close. Because who knows? Like, if he gets, what's the tech? He's got flight next turn. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's still got a long ways. Culture Victory was quite a ways. Even with this rock band going off pretty well. Even with the rock band going off really well, he's still, it still was probably not going to finish. I think they win it next turn anyway. Although, depending, it would have depended. Maybe they could have taken points away next turn, gone -2. You never know, right? Like, it literally is, the game rides on it, right? By the way, like, this is obviously happening extremely fast, and it was inevitable. We knew it was going to be really quick. Lej had a settler up here to stay safe for a bit, but it's not going to matter because that's ball game. The screen's not going off. Why are we not getting the screen? That's game. We didn't get the. I wanted him to click it, and then we see the screen. I mean, it's ball game, but where's the? I mean, the best, literally the best victory screen in the game is the Diplo victory screen, and we didn't get to see the movie. Killwalk Gang sends his regards. Robbed of the victory screen.
The question is, would I actually
Prediction: end it and
finish
pay
the
out the
project
winners.
the same turns if I run God's King instead of urban planning, or would I have gotten it the same turn? The profit.
I need to subscribe as well. I should resubscribe.
But even then, I just literally misclicked. Will you come talk to me? I'm lonely. Hello.
Hello. How are you, Jack? Not very good, I assume.
I misclicked the religion.
I know.
We wanted me to do not feed the world. I clicked on Coral and I tried to repick it, and then yeah.
What the way it ended up is you really wouldn't have declined it or denied it anyway. I don't think, because it would have just been both of you getting the same thing at the same time.
Even better. That's what I decided. I was kind of thinking of doing it in the future. Is like as Basil, you like pick your first belief and then you just like wait. If you're same turning, right? Like you first rush belief and then you just sit there and wait for our guy to pick Crusade, and then you pick Crusade as well, and then he picked the useless belief and screwed his game.
Exactly.
For him.
Yeah, that would have lined up perfect. So yeah, it's just kind of, it was an unfortunate thing. What was funny is Fish was commenting with me, and when we looked at it, we calculated it, and we're like, you had one more point, and we're like, oh well, Jack's gonna get his Crusade, it's no problem. So we ended up going for a couple turns to look at other things, and there was the fight on the other front that we were looking at, and then somebody comes into my chat and is like, Jack didn't get Crusade. I'm like, what? So I looked over.
I had 12 faith, but
yeah,
I didn't have Pantheon on that turn because apparently the project gave me faith, but project counts after the turn counts in. So you basically have 12 faith from a project, but project you don't get 12 faith at the start of the turn. It kind of makes the project does after the turn rolls over. So you get 12 faith during the turn, so you don't get to pick a Pantheon. And so I had to pick the Pantheon.
Yeah.
And get religion.
The worst part about that is you didn't deny Feed the World, because if you deny Feed the World, he had no food.
I know.
Yeah, he would have been screwed with the Feed the World.
And he would have get wrecked by Lej Conquistador, I think.
I'm looking at his spot. I mean, he has a lot of cities in Tundra. He would like get completely screwed without feed the
Even
world.
even city without tundra have no food on it, only plain seal.
Yeah, I know his game would be complete garbage if I didn't feed the world, and my game would be better because I mostly have planes as well.
Yeah, it
And
was.
I could have win culture also. I'm like 1,100 tourism there.
But like I said, that you see, I thought the +2 holy set would be enough when I could go urban planning to get it faster, but no, I needed God's King. I was literally like one turn off.
Yeah,
Of one turn.
1,106 tourism a turn. I wanted to see that because you went to flight, and I was like, I want to see what kind of tourism he has at flight with these things. Yeah, you
And
guys. Oh man.
I don't have anyone that boosts me the tech, and I'm really low science since I don't have production.
Yeah, and it was just such a slow grind to get there. It was just unfortunate.
Usually, when you do that, you have someone that trade with you that give you science, production, and food with trader. But Jack didn't put whistle banking at all.
I mean, I didn't have that many traders.
I mean, you already had 6, 7, 8 traders, so it's still 17
I mean,
production.
it's like what 14 production.
Yeah, but my city are 10 production.
Yeah, because he's turned everything into.
I mean, I was running the gold per invoice, so we would have some. So I wouldn't be negative all the game.
Yeah,
I
gold was
was
an issue
making.
for you guys all game. They had a really good edge on you in gold most of the game.
I mean, the thing is, you saw like if I had Crusade, my Drummond push would destroy Kree as well there.
Yeah, yeah. The timing was just. It was just a really weird thing. The timing for science just never added up for you without Crusade.
Yeah, like without Crusade, it was just extremely sad. I'm like playing handicapped religious safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and then poor Lej, he had a continent split, but it was behind mountains. It was I could as soon as I logged in, I saw it. I'm like, oh sweet, he's got a continent split, and then the whole continent was behind a mountain range that had no gaps, so he couldn't even go and settle a couple of cities on it.
Did Copas spawn in Lake or he spawn on land?
He spawned once. He was turn 2 settled. He spawned where his government plaza is, and turn 2 settled, and so he was 2-2 base,
Yeah,
working 2-3-3 tiles.
Yeah,
He got both
I
winners.
see. I see. He has double banana, and then he also has only heal woods here.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. He literally first turn 2 base working. They bought him the tile. He's working 3-3 tiles, 2-3-3 tiles right away, and then he had 7 cities before anybody else had more than 3. I'm not sure if you're keeping track of the city count. He literally had 7 cities. It was unbelievable how fast he was getting cities out. It was just crazy. And then he had like 12 cities while everybody else had 5. It was insane. I mean, it's just this Civ is so broken on this map. It's insane. And like because his land was amazing too.
He doesn't even need to improve land. He literally just drops a city, and then he has production, and he drops another city, and just builds a district, and then
the city.
Set.
It was because it was funny. It's because when you look around, right, you're looking for where good settles are. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of good 2-2s. That'll be a good place for a city. Oh, there's some more good spaces for cities. There's 2-2s. But what's funny is I was saying to Fish when we were kind of talking about it. I was like, when you're Maori, it's like, oh, there's a bunch of 2-3 tiles, right? Because they're actually, as soon as you settle, all these 2-2s turn into 2-3s, and it's like, it's ridiculous how powerful it is. It's just, especially on this map, because everything's hills, and there's like almost every tile's got a jungle or a tree. It's just like,
he got a lucky roll.
Yeah, he had an incredible roll, and then he went and got a few of the special buildings to get some culture going later. But yeah, he had an amazing timings because of it.
Yeah, I can see.
It was tough, but yeah, I think it would have been. I was watching it; it was so close. I couldn't believe if you guys could have denied Potato Palace a little bit quicker. If he'd have just done it like a few turns earlier, they would have been stuck at 19, and then the game still would have been possible, I think, right? Because his tourism took off at flight. The rock band's still going. Although I think he got hosed by the restart because I'm pretty sure that rock band had gotten a promotion. Oh no, the promotion was down here. Forget. Okay, the one that's promoted is down here. Okay. Because yeah, he high rolled on.
I actually told my team that they're gonna vote for +5 ranged, but they're like,
really?
Yeah.
And you guys, yeah, that was the thing, is I was kind of as during that incredibly unfortunate 1 hour break, I was explaining kind of some of the options to some of the people in chat, like, okay, they can, they could go all in on the bottom, but then they could almost definitely use the top 2, which means they only have 18. So then you have to try and guess properly, or you could like hope that they don't go all in on the bottom and try to split it on the top 2. And yeah, it's almost like these mind games that go on, right? And ultimately, it's just, yeah, they just guessed right. If they don't guess right on that, then it's literally, we're still playing. It's 19 out of 20 and tourism victories on the table.
Yeah, and maybe culture victory happened.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just a really good game. It was a lot of excitement too. Sometimes you see Highlands as a caster, you're like, oh god, see you at tanks and artillery. But there was the archer rush from Maya, and a lot of fighting back and forth there. Chuck actually did a good job after kind of erelling himself early to get it back in it and do a nice push into Embarks there. So it was a good game. It's a good matchup.
I'm so sad. Like without, I kind of was on low morale after a missed crusade.
I know. I could kind of feel it, because I'm like, Jack, your stats were low, and I'm like, he's got so many cities, but his stats suck. What is he like? It just felt like.
I mean, I was also not feeling well today all day, and I haven't slept that much, and I'm just like I feel like day was not going well, and I loaded into this game, and then like everything started falling apart. I'm like, okay, this is one of those days, just like,
yeah,
just bad day.
Yeah, it's rough, but you got one more game. Whenever that is, I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day or whatever, but one way or another, we'll have a game 3.
Yeah, I guess.
And you don't seem too enthused, but I know you must be exhausted. I'm going to let you.
I want to go sleep.
Yeah, just go sleep. I appreciate you coming to talk to me for a couple minutes, because I couldn't get a word in edgewise in the French conversation up there.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
man.
I was watching your stream yesterday, and you said it so perfectly too. Everyone's so excited, like they just won the lottery, talking in French, and then you try to get them to talk to English for 5 seconds, and then everyone just feels depressed. And I'm like, I don't even want to be up there.
Like the saddest guy out of them all starts speaking.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we have to talk in English now. Okay, so CSC, and they just it's just like, you don't even want to be the
but
guy.
when they're French, they're all excited. They're like, they almost like finishing a sentence after one another.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just like nobody wants to talk the moment it switches to English. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. So I was like, well, at least you'll have somebody to talk to today. Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy, because there is like 9 French people. Right?
Yeah, exactly. He wants to be that
English
guy.
Like comes in and they're like,
yeah.
And it's also kind of awkward because they're all French and they're kind of speaking in a different language, even though they're all French. And it's like,
yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. And you're obviously exhausted, and hopefully you'll have better luck in game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, later, bud. Okay, well, we did get a talk. I was a kind of trepidatious about asking him to come talk, because obviously he had a rough game, and he was obviously tired. It's like 4 a.m. and we had all that shenanigans, and then of course then they lost. So I was like, but if he's still streaming, I'm like, oh, I'll go see what happens. It dragged on towards the end, unfortunately, because of the break, and then it was weird because it was like an hour-long break to come back and have 10 minutes of gameplay that turned into a victory. But it could have been very interesting. It could have been so interesting, guys. With the culture. When he got flight, is PB there? Peppermint Butler, are you there, by the way? He was all interested in this. Where was it? Sorry, I'm lost for a second. 1,106 tourism when he hit flight against only 300 defense. That means his culture number, even though he's a little bit of a ways off, it's not going to let me Okay, there we go. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. I'm losing my mind. Even though he's a bit of a ways off, that number's going to go up significantly fast every turn. Like, you know, maybe 6 or 8 a turn. And it's just going to keep going up as he starts to spray more of those. And he's probably not that far away from environmentalism. What is this? What is that? Globalization? No, what is this? Oh, with the TV. Wait a minute. Is he backtracking? What is that one? 318 in Moscow. Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to let him go. Yeah, Jackson, Moscow. Distribution sovereignty. Is that what that is? Oh, here it is here. There it is. So he has environmentalism. That's 50% more tourism. So he's already got that. So this number is going to go up really fast. And with that rock band continuing to be successful, he's actually got 2 of them. He's actually got 2 rock bands going. This one's got a second promotion, which was gold for tourism. So that's not that big a deal. But he's already having successful runs on all of the hippodromes because he high rolled the hippodrome promotion or entertainment complex promotion. So he's literally high rolling. They could have easily won in the next 20 turns, especially since if they'd have gotten the favor, they could have even it's not a guarantee that they win next Congress. So yeah, I mean it was a big deal to guess right on ranged and then to win the chop battle for that. And really it's a bit of a lesson that Ulysse should take from this is at turn 100, if you're trying to deny Diplo victory, you should not be losing at turn 100 Potato Palace. Potato Palace, you should have the tech for it at like turn 60 something. So they could have built this and chopped it out ages and ages ago. And it just sat there and sat there and sat there. I was even wondering why Russia hadn't had it done. I'm like, oh, finally they're going to go and do Diplo. To do the Diplo point on Potato Palace. The chop and the engineer was the difference. Without the engineer, they literally lose to Potato Palace and maybe tourism victory and maybe they win the CWC. But as it turns out, they do not win the CWC. And GG's. So there you go. Disto, it was going to be close, but I think Disto might have had it. It was going to be an interesting one. Yeah, he would have had environmentalism because he's past it in the tech tree. Environmentalism was the most important tech to him on the tree. He wouldn't go past it. He had a chance to buy the engineer and didn't. Yeah, it could have saved him. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, it literally could have saved him. But I'm going to call it there. That was the game. Game 2 is in the books, and clutch gameplay from Barking Gang, and they forced a game 3. I don't know. I think it might be tomorrow. It might end up being on Wednesday. I'll have to let you guys know. It hasn't officially been booked, which is weird. I don't know why. They haven't locked it in more, but special circumstances? I don't know. I don't know the reason. By the way, this tile is not within any city, but it's mined. I just noticed that. Random thought. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support. I will be casting Game 3. I'll just have to let you know. It'll be tweeted out. I'll be announcing it in my Discord. If it's tomorrow, then I'll announce it in my Discord. If it's the next day, I'll talk about it on stream tomorrow. We'll have to see how that lines up. But I will be casting the last game. It was an honor to be asked from. I was asked to cast the series. I couldn't cast yesterday's game, so I told them that I would have to pass on the Sunday game, but I'd be willing to cast the other ones. And so here we go. Can it be posted? I didn't post that on Civ Reddit. I guess that was the organizers. I would assume that they'll post it there again. That was very cool for them to do that. They do the tweets and all that kind of stuff as well. So I'm assuming that's all going to be done on that end. K-Dog, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, choose outcome. And Barking Gang got the... we kind of did it a little late. In the prediction. If I'd have done a little earlier, it might have been a bit more even. But Barking Gang had a bit of a leg up by the time we did the vote, which was my bad. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to end the stream right there. And I want to thank you guys for the support. And we'll see you for Game 3 in the next couple of days. Bye-bye.